Hello and welcome, and thank you for popping by. It's good to see you. If you've not been here before, hi. It's good to see you as well. All the new visitors are very welcome. Now, today I'm going to talk about Jesus, the man before Christianity, and he spoke about leavened bread, which was a parable he told. Now, we spoke about the sower with the seeds falling on stony ground and on the path and on fertile soil, and a few people seem to think that the seed was them and they couldn't help where they were being thrown. But that's not the case. The seed is the teachings of Jesus, his teachings of love and compassion and empathy. So let's have a look at the parable of the leavened bread, or as some people call it, the parable of the yeast. Again he asked, "What shall I compare the kingdom of God to? It is like the yeast that a woman took and mixed into about 60 pounds of flour until it worked all through the dough." Now, when you put a yeast into a dough, the whole point is, he says, about 60 pounds of flour, which is a great deal of flour. It's about 27 kilograms, which is an awful lot of flour. But you only need a very small amount of yeast, because the yeast works into the dough. And that's when you knead the yeast. You knead the dough. You knead the dough. So what you're doing is you're working the yeast into all of the dough. And you have to work hard to make it work. And then when you've done your job, you can leave it to one side, and like magic, it will rise. The bread will rise. And then you knead it again. Do some more work with it. It's hard work. And then again, you leave it and it will rise, and then you put it in the oven to cook. And what Jesus is saying here, and let me get one thing clear straight away, we will be talking in a future video about what Jesus means when he's talking about the kingdom of God, the kingdom of heaven. We'll discuss that, what his actual meaning of that is, in another video. But let's just for now leave it at that. So, Jesus is explaining to his followers that they need to work. And I think the whole point here is with the yeast is you only need a very small amount of yeast and a great amount of flour. And I think what he's saying is that every small thing that you do adds to the complete picture. So the smallest act of love, the smallest act of kindness, the smallest thought of love, the smallest thought of kindness, the smallest deeds that you do all add up, all of them. And then you can do bigger acts of love and bigger acts of kindness. And you really can start to work this into your life, because this is really important. I've not said this in any of my videos before, but now we're getting serious about finding your soul. We're getting serious now about accepting that you're on your spiritual path. It's not something that you sit on the settee and watch videos or think about. It's something you have to proactively involve yourself with. You have to start thinking and being aware of your thoughts. You have to start thinking when you have a negative thought about somebody. You have to capture that thought and turn it round to a positive thought about that somebody. This is about love. This is about loving other people's souls, isn't it? This is about loving everybody. Loving people who you don't like. Loving people who don't like you. Forgiving people. Understanding why people do the things they do. Rather than criticising them, understand why they do these things. It's a proactive role that you're now taking on. Now that you've joined me and you're watching these videos, and I will guide you through finding your soul. I will guide you through finding your spiritual path. Because as you saw if you watch my video, my story, then you'll understand where I'm coming from. That I've been through this journey. I'm still going through this journey. I'm still learning. All the time I'm learning. I do download. I do have downloads, and these are where these videos come from. The downloads tell me this is the next video you ought to make. And now I'm being told that I'm going to guide you in the directions that will help you to find your own soul. I'm going to give you things that Jesus taught in future videos for you to think about, rather than tell you everything. Try and guide you into what they might mean, but I want you to read them for yourself and see how they resonate with you personally. I think it's important. We all live different lives. We all come from different places, but it's important that you understand where you come from. This is a really big thing about discovering yourself. Your spiritual journey can't begin to really get going until you discover who you are. So open your soul, open your mind, be prepared to accept. If you haven't seen it, then you really must watch my video, My Story. You must also watch the video, Was Jesus a Christian? Because these two videos are the basis for everything that I talk about on my videos. So you're now preparing yourself, I hope, to start being proactive to find your soul. Be proactive in this search. Make sure that you're full of love. Make sure that your negative thoughts become positive thoughts. Catch them. When you get that negative thought, think about it. You'll start to find that your vibrations will raise. We're not talking about any specific, we're just talking about you start to become more comfortable in yourself. You start to feel happier in yourself. You wake up in the mornings feeling brighter, ready for the day ahead, because your soul is connected with you now. So, I won't go on anymore. I think needs to be a nice short video, midweek Wednesday output, so I'll leave it there. Just remember, there are other people who really benefit from these videos. There's people out there searching right now, searching for these things that I'm talking about. People who are searching to find their soul, to find their spiritual path. And that's where I'm going. I should be assisting people in finding your spiritual path. I'm hoping to create a community where we can interchange ideas and talk about Jesus before Christianity. Far more videos to come to talk about Christianity and what it did to Jesus' teachings, and as I said, the kingdom of God, the kingdom of heaven. These are all things I will bring up in the video after next. We'll be discussing those things. In the next video, I'll be discussing Jesus and misogyny. Was Jesus a misogynist? Of course he wasn't, but Christianity is. But that's something we'll discuss in the next one. Please like, please share, please comment if you've got something to say, or you feel you'd like to say something, or you've got a question to ask me. I look forward to reading all your comments. But like I say, if you share and like, it helps the algorithm and it helps me get out there to other people. And I look forward to seeing you on my next video. And hopefully you'll look forward to seeing me, because I'm hoping that these ideas, that things I'm talking about, are starting to resonate with you now. And you can start to change yourself and join the community and start to find your spiritual journey, find your spiritual path and connect with your spiritual soul. Because it's starting to happen. It really is starting to happen now. Somebody said the other day that they were imagining gold balls of light coming down and hitting people and just switching on their spirituality. So let's hope that we can do that and switch on your spirituality. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.